Do your customers understand the unique benefit you bring to the market? Do you even? In this video, we're going to show you how a unique selling proposition or USP can make your benefit clear to your customers. Hey everybody, welcome to the iProv vlog. I'm Jordan Smith, and as always, joined by Patrick Laughlin. How are you, Pat?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I missed our thing, iProv vlog, where we help business leaders grow their business.
We forgot to include the intro in the script. I mean, we're just becoming teleprompter monkeys these days.
Hey, we're leaving this in there. We're showing you guys how the sausage is made. Hey, especially today, we're talking about unique selling propositions, and when we talk about when clients hire us to help them grow their business, this is one of the first things we ask them and talk about, right?
Yeah, and what I would tell you is one of the things that makes us unique, and I mean Patrick and Jordan, not necessarily iProv, is just how human we are. Like we are so unremarkable and not unique. I think it almost makes us unique in our unremarkability and our mistake prone humanness. But
just a regular white dude with more business advice.
Absolutely, just like everyone on the internet these days, right? So, like if you don't understand what the unique benefit of your product is, or if you're a service provider, the service, how can you expect your customers to? Like, you really are just another dude that's doing something, and so having that something that makes your product special, even if it is sort of a mundane thing, but that thing that makes you unique, that's really important when a customer is making a decision between one thing and another thing, right?
And even a part that's a little bit tougher. What if what you think makes your product special really isn't that unique after all, right?
Yeah, there's lots of that. So let's talk about a little bit about the history of this idea of the unique selling proposition, right? Yeah. So believe it or not, this is a really old idea. This came from the 40s, Joe. And from a guy named Reeves. He was an ad man in the 40s and the 50s, when a little before the series Mad Men came around. But, in that time, the ad world was full of long copy ads, and you had plenty of time to sort of talk about the benefits of your product. And Reeves had this idea that, because you can mention all these benefits, you need to have something that you can sort of unify everything that makes you unique, right? He had this belief that, and I know that we agree with him that the more and more sort of difficult it is to market a product today, because there is like this ever increasing competition and market penetration. There's just so many new products. There's so many things that are looking for our attention. If you don't stand out in some way, you're just going to get buried. You're just going to drown. So,
And I like Rosser, when he said, there's a quote from him where he said, each advertisement must make a proposition to the customer, right? Not just words, not just product puffery, not just show window advertising. Each advertisement must say to each reader, buy this product and you will get this special benefit.
Yeah. And I mean, you can tell how old this advice is just in the language that he used, puffery. When was the last time you heard that? But it doesn't mean that it's any less true. If you can't build some sort of unique association between your brand and the benefit in the mind of the buyer, you're sunk. This is so hugely powerful that every major brand you've ever bought from has done it, whether you've realized it or not. So I think you have to ask yourself, what one thing do I want customers to think about when they think about my product and service, when they want to buy from me? And that's how you start defining your USP.
Well, I like that. So let's go down this road for everybody watching. So now that we know kind of where it came from and why it's important, let's talk about how to start defining it. And I think what you just mentioned is the very first question, right? What do I want my customers to think about when they think about my business, right? Second is, who is that target audience? Is it narrow enough? How often do we meet people that, hey, you got money, you're a good fit for me? Maybe, but let's dig in a little bit.
Yeah, probably not. And I do think that word narrow, what's the smallest possible audience that you can thrive on? Because that is what allows you to be unique. If you've got to be everything to everybody, you can't be unique. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And then think deeply about the problem that you're trying to solve. Specifically, what about your product helps a customer solve that problem? What is important about solving this problem? What's their desired end state? What do they really hope happens if they buy your product?
Yeah. Next question I ask is, what is the rest of the market doing, right? Who are the competitors and what are they doing? How are you different than what they're saying, what they're doing, the way that they make their customers feel?
Well, and then I think that you have to sort of step back once you sort of have answered all those questions and realize that, yeah, your process or the way you build something or do something may be just like everybody else's, but there is something that you can make unique simply by the fact that no one else is talking about it. If you have watched Mad Men, you know that there's that famous scene in the first season when they're talking to Lucky Strike cigarettes, and Don Draper says it's toasted, and everybody else is talking about the health claims on the cigarettes, and Lucky Strike's going to talk about their tobacco being toasted. Well, all tobacco is toasted, but Lucky Strike's the one that's talking about it, so it's unique to Lucky Strike. There are lots and lots of things and lots of businesses that, if you just talked about them in a way, would feel really unique to customers without lying or being manipulative. They don't necessarily know, and therefore you can tell a story around something that they don't understand or know about that makes you feel really unique.
I love that. And tell a story, any opportunity to tell a story that focuses on the benefits of what you do as opposed to the features. Pat, we say that all the time. Don't talk about features, talk about benefits, right? Anytime you've got an opportunity to frame that in a story like that is very, very powerful, even if you're not that much different from the other guy who's selling the same type of thing.
Yeah, I know lots of people that like bennies. I don't know anybody that likes feets, So, all kidding aside, let's the last sort of important thing to sort of take in mind when you're sort of trying to put together your unique selling proposition is make sure it's something that the market cares about. This really should go without saying, but you got to make sure that you're picking something that the market cares about. A unique benefit that nobody cares about is really worthless.
Yeah, it's terrible. For example, saying your toothpaste is the only toothpaste that comes in an indestructible steel tube is unique. The problem is the majority of people probably don't really care, right?
Yeah, I mean, if there might be a very, very small audience that cares about an indestructible toothpaste tube, but you're going to have a very hard time feeding yourself selling to that audience. Now saying that your toothpaste guarantees fresh breath for 24 hours, no matter if you smoke or eat garlic all day, that's a unique benefit that a lot of people need and want. There are lots of toothpaste companies that can make your mouth feel fresh for 24 hours. There are lots of them that fight odors temporarily, but the two of those together, they combine for something unique. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. So, leave us a comment below. We'd love to know what your USP is using what we talked about with the framework. If you're struggling to develop one, fill out a contact form at iProvonline.com. We'd be happy to step through this exercise with you and just have a conversation with you and see if we can't help you out as far as some of that messaging there. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell that's somewhere on this video so that you get notifications every time we produce these. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you know another business owner that you think this would be helpful for, shoot this on over to them. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we love the organic reach that you guys are providing us with. So we're very excited about that. Like, comment, subscribe, mentioned a second ago. Thanks, Pat. Until next time, peace, peeps.